Hi, welcome to part 2 of the My Heart Will Go On Fingerstyle video lesson. I'm just going to show you where we left off from the last video. So we were just doing this F suspended second chord and we were pinching that. And then I'm going to show you what we do next. Okay, so we basically play like we did before, which is this section. So if you remember that from before, then we can play that. And actually you've got to get to know that quite well because we're going to be doing that again later as well. Okay, so just in case, you make a C chord. I'm not going to go for it in as much detail. You make a C chord, you're going to pinch it. So that's pinch, thumb, index, middle. And then we're going to do the same thing. So pinch, thumb, index, middle, all around the C chord, okay? Pinching thumb on the A string and middle finger. And then, so that's just bringing the third, so this is from the C, that's bringing the third finger up, lifting this up initially, but then putting it back like it would be if you were doing a C. And the pinch being thumb on the thickest string, so that's thumb and middle, index, middle, index, thumb, index, middle, index, okay? And then this bit is slightly different, okay? So I'll just play that part again. And then we've got this. So that is a little bit different. So what we do is we make an F major 7 chord. So we've just come from this. It's always best to know the quickest way to do it. Move this finger down 2 strings, so it's on the D string on the 3rd fret. And then index finger back where it's been before, okay? And then middle finger on the G string on the 2nd fret and 3rd finger here. It's called an F major 7, that chord. And what we're going to do initially, we're going to lift up the index finger. You're probably seeing a theme there. So that's going to be thumb now on the D string and then middle finger for the pinch. So that's going to be pinch, then index, holding down the 2, and then we're going to bring this finger back to the 1, middle, index, thumb, index, then little finger coming down to the 3rd fret on the B string, middle, index again. So if I'm telling you the fingers, you should know what strings that means to play from the first lesson and knowing the finger picking rule. I'll do that again. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm making the B string notes louder because they're the ones that we're actually changing with the index and little finger on this hand. And then we're going to go back to this, which we've actually played before. I'll just show you that again quickly. So this has come from this chord. We've just made the F major 7, the new one. Move this finger up, lift up everything else. We're going to pinch that thumb and bottom string. So that's thumb on the A string, bottom string. Then we're going to go index, and then we're going to bring down this finger back, middle, index, and then we're going to change to this chord. So middle finger up to the A string on the 2nd fret, little finger on the 3rd fret on the B string. We're going to pinch that, those 2 strings that we're holding down. So that's thumb and middle finger, thumb, index, thumb. Good. So I'll play that whole that part now, all the new stuff from the beginning. So it's. Then continuing through, we go back to the C idea that we did before. So you should be getting to know that quite well by now. Once again, you're going to have to be focused practicing this, playing it through as many times as possible. And as I mentioned in the first video, use the book that I'm using with this because it makes it a lot easier to follow the tab, okay? And then that will complement the lesson really well. So that's all the same as before. And then we've got this part again. So it's the F suspended second. We've had this before. Sorry. Okay, so I'll do that again. So it's just the same as how we left off the first lesson. Okay, good. So I'm not going to show that to you again. You should remember that from the first lesson. Then we're into this chorus. Now for the chorus, I'm playing it quite a bit louder. It's a good idea. You can play this section that we just did crescendo, so that means getting louder. So we go. Just missed one note there, but that's it. Okay, so the chorus. We're making an A minor, alright? So index on the B string on the first fret, middle finger on the D string on the second fret, and ring finger on the second fret also on the G string. We're going to pinch that, thumb on the A string and middle finger. Then we're going to go thumb on the string below, then index, thumb, thumb on the open string. Then we're going to go thumb, index, thumb. I'll do that again. Pinch, thumb, thumb. Sorry, I'll do that again. Pinch, thumb, index, thumb, 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 index, thumb. Then we're going to change to this, so it's a G, similar to a G. We bring this finger up to the third fret like we've had before, and we get the little finger down on the third fret on the B string. We're going to pinch those two notes that we're holding down, thumb and middle. So it's a pinch, then we're going to go thumb, index, thumb. So that's thumb playing the D string, by the way, after it's done the pinch. Index, thumb. Then we're going to go thumb again on the top string. Thumb, index. I'll do that again. Incidentally, these strings in the middle, they're all played open. We're only holding down these threes on this hand. And then, reasonably challenging change, you need to bring this finger down to the third fret now, okay? And then make that F major 7 chord that we had at the beginning of the lesson, the new part at the beginning of the lesson. So that's index on the B, middle finger on the G, and ring finger on the D. So that's first, second and third fret. We're going to pinch that, thumb on the D string, bottom string. Then we're going to go index, middle, index. And then, with this finger, we're going to just lift that up and we're going to put this finger down onto the first fret on the E string, whilst leaving everything else held down, by the way. So I'll do that again. And then we're just going to lift it up at the end, okay? So I will go through that again. So it's pinch, index, middle, and then we're going to bring this finger down to the first fret on the E string. That's the ring finger. Then we're going to go index, which is still holding down this 2. Then we're going to lift up that finger. Just to play an open string, and obviously that's on our ring finger. And then we're going to go back to the G idea that we had the part just before. It's just slightly different. So this is the chord that we make. We're going to pinch those. Thumb on the D, index, thumb, then ring finger on the bottom string, it's slightly different. Index, and then first finger on the first fret. I'll do that again. Okay. I keep making a mistake there, so I'll just do that again. There we go. Alright, so I'm now going to play when we went to the A minor, or what I call the chorus, the once more you, that part, okay? So we're going to go the A minor, I'm going to play it slowly. And the rhythm there is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, and let's continue. So we're going to go thumb on the A string and then ring finger on the bottom string, just played open. And we're going to get index and middle down, like we're making that F major 7 chord, but without that finger. So we can pinch around that while that's held down. So that's thumb on the A, bottom string, index, middle, index. Then we're just going to bring our little finger down to the 3rd fret on the B string. That's going to be middle, index. Then we're going to go back to the 1. Okay, so I'll do that again. So you can see it's just index and middle there after we've done the pinch. Little run, so index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. But just don't forget to put the little finger down. Okay, so this part, you bring your 3rd finger over. We've had this before. We're going to pinch thumb and middle finger, index. Then we're going to go middle on the 1 here on the B string, index, thumb on the D, index, middle, index. Notice I'm just lifting up that 1st finger there to play a 0 on the B string. Okay, and this is similar to what we've had before. It's the same bar. So we make the F major 7, lift up this finger, okay? We're going to pinch thumb and middle, index, then we're going to put down the index finger on this hand on the 1st fret, index, thumb, index, middle, index. Okay, I'll do that slowly. Just try to watch this hand as well, so it's... Notice I put my little finger down on the B. And then we're going to finish off. So it's the 3rd finger up here onto the thickest string on the 3rd fret, and we're going to pinch index, middle, index, little finger down onto the 3rd fret on the B string, and then we're going to pinch thumb and middle. Okay, and now this is quite an important part because we're going to be joining, so I'm going to talk about that in just a second. So I'm going to play now that part through, and then I'll consequently play the whole chorus so you can hear it all together. So this is the new bit we just did. I'm just going to do that last part again. Now I'm going to do the whole chorus, okay? Actually, I'll do it from the join, from this F suspended like we had before. So it's... Good. Now, at that point, you can then go back to the verse, okay? Or you can finish it there like I did at the beginning of the lesson, just by strumming a C. So it's... If you prefer to continue through with the rest of the song, by the way, I've edited it from the book. I'm not doing the key change. I'm finishing at page 23, okay, with just a strummed C. So you can either, yes, so from that ending, strum a C, or you could go round in a circle. Sounds just as good if you want to make that song a bit longer. And then you could do that through, and then you could do your chorus again, and then strum the C if you prefer. This is actually my adapted version of it. There's been certain parts in the book which I just don't think sort of complement the song, so I'm just going to take you through what they are if you are playing along with the book. So on the first page, 21, looking at the bottom right hand corner, the last bar, instead of going, I'm just going like I taught you, and I just think that sounds better, okay? So that's one part that I'm not doing that the book does. I just don't think it sounds quite so good. And then the same thing is actually when we go to that same chord again, so we're now looking at page 22, the bar number 8 on page 22, and instead of going I'm just doing that same thing. So that's, whereas I'm going, I just think that sounds better once again. So they're the only changes that I'm doing, and I'm not doing page 24 and 25 at the moment. Feel free to have a go at it. I just think, because I mean I know I've had to cram a lot into this lesson as it is, because it's quite an intermediate fingerpicked song. I just didn't really have time for it, and I think it's better just to kind of keep it nice and streamlined. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. It's definitely one of the most intricate finger-picked songs that I've ever had to teach. So I really hope you managed to keep up. As I mentioned, do get the book, because it will make it a little bit easier to sort of play through. Or if not, you can just slow this lesson down, you know, pause and watch little parts, and then just learn each individual segments, and then bring it all together so it sounds like the song. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye.